Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. This is for Thursday, the 9th of February, 2023. I do want to thank you so much for joining me, but as always, do keep in mind, this is general, so just take what resonates. And I appreciate the love and support, the likes, comments, and of course, subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. I do apologize for how I sound. I did come down with a little bit of a cold, but I should be feeling better soon. Anyways, so do bear with me. I did pre-pull 2 energy oracles to speak upon this Thursday, and then I think we're going to use the light seers to build upon them, all right? But we're beginning with the thinking woman. The thinking woman. So this Thursday highlights the fact that we're each going to feel quite in touch with our emotional side, our feminine side, male or female, remembering that we all do, regardless of how we identify oneself, have both sides within us. But I do feel as if the day focuses on partially the fact that you do have a lot going on within your mind. It may even feel like this takes a bit of a focus, even though we already did the daily read, for Wednesday. So I do feel like in different ways, what comes to mind, whether it's spirit, you, that just takes a focus. But I feel like you're thinking about a lot again, but the past, the present, but more so thinking about the future. What does your future look like? And spirit might even push you to, in a very creative but simplistic manner, envision, inspire oneself to imagine what your perfect ideal future looks like and what improvements, additions, even the removal of people, places, and situations will help see that vision for oneself come to be. And I really do feel as if it's also a day where what you stumble upon when it comes to reading material, online content, all is very purposeful and guided to spark an idea, a realization, a remembrance. It could be eye-opening for some. It could be a form of research or just a fact or a stepping stone towards acquiring something of importance for oneself, even if that is just a piece of your vision. It could be an opportunity, of course, but we're moving on to the temple path. So this Thursday does highlight the fact that your path is going to be more illuminated for you moving forward, and all of what we were just speaking upon with the thinking woman is pushing you to gain that illumination, that clarity in regards to how your path is meant to unravel and develop, evolve moving forward, right? But I just feel like as well, Spirit's saying there are moments throughout this day where you do something and it's quite golden, right? And that needs to be acknowledged and appreciated by others. But I want to say it's more important throughout this specific day that you pat oneself on the back and just feel so damn good about it, because there's a feeling that there's certain imperfections throughout this day and surrounding it, along your path up until this point, to think about it in a larger sense, that is going to take thought as well. Interesting wording. It's going to come to mind as well and be in your focus. So Spirit's saying, as much as highlighting the imperfections to figure out or remember what needs to be improved or replaced or what needs to be added, it also can feel a bit frustrating or just disappointing. So a need to notice the positives, the abundance, all the meanwhile, right? And how golden you are with, I want to say for a lot drawn to the reading, more than one level of accomplishing throughout this day, right? Even small things like, say, you're really good at organizing, because I know I am, and you find yourself organizing throughout the day for whatever reason, just to have a clear mind, a clear space for oneself, tidying up. If you're really good at that, you need to give yourself credit for that, right? But it feels like for a lot, it's your work, your craft, a hobby. And I want to say your innate ability to bond with people or be there for people will also come into play, and that may intertwine with your overall purpose, or just your path in general. Let's continue and move on to the tarot. What else do we have for Thursday? A day to be chill is here. A day to be chill, a day to be you is what I'm getting. Got it in the reverse order, but whatever. Yeah, the Two of Swords, because I feel like you're thinking about how you don't have all the answers yet, or just you don't see when or how something's going to come to be, right? But Spirit's saying at times when we don't have all the answers, the process can be more valuable, getting to that clarity, that vision, those answers, right? But I feel like even through the contemplation or the thoughts of what you don't have answer wise or vision wise, clarity wise, you may just come to better understand or see something else. Does that make sense? And this will feel quite, they're saying illuminating, satisfying, and a little bit confusing through it all. But I do feel like you're thinking about an ending. This could be from the past for some, but it feels like there are some drawn to the reading where there is an ending you desire, a tower moment you're going to create to prevent the prolonging of what isn't going to progress in your favor or just in a healthy direction, right? Or hasn't been. But it feels like Spirit's saying you're on point with this. And just to remind oneself that when you did this in the past, whether it was once or several times, or even when Spirit had to step in at times, the universe, however you want to view it, it benefited you, did it not? It put you where and potentially with who you were meant to be with more so, right? Purposeful protection from oneself, by oneself, and by the spiritual realm. And this upcoming one, for a lot drawn to the reading, may just be a co-creation sort of divine orchestration. Beautifully put. But we have the Ten of Wands because the data does focus on the fact that you are feeling these days, being drawn to this specific reading, that your path does feel a bit heavy, a bit weighed down, a bit frustrating at times. And so again, it just pushes you to, they're saying, see the brighter side of things, but to think about, imagine, create through it all, manifest your perfect ideal situation. And I feel like these definitely can be intertwined for a lot drawn to the reading. If you think about it, isn't that situation or multiple weighing things down for you? And you deserve to live a healthy, light lifestyle, all right? But the Three of Wands, look at that. So the day, again, highlights the fact that there are multiple opportunities coming to be for you moving forward, basically wrapping up into the fact that your path is going to unravel, develop, and evolve to look different for oneself. Doesn't mean everything's going to switch up, change, and whatnot, but do you get the point? It's the sense that with the Three of Wands, the typical description, ships coming in, right? Looking out onto the horizon in a very thoughtful, sort of, again, imaginative manner. And Spirit's saying this passion for what you wish to see come to be, what you wish to see change, what you feel will be better for oneself in certain ways, or in one large way. It doesn't have to feel stressful, right? Let this come to be in a very grounded, peaceful, passionate manner as I'm drawn to the fire. And Spirit's saying this may be a day where you don't feel super energized, very up in your head once again, but you will feel a bit of motivation, passion, feeling lit within oneself to, even if it's in the upcoming days or upcoming weeks, you know, fast forward however far for oneself, right? To start putting effort towards whatever it is for you. And you might already be putting effort towards it, but it just feels like we need things to feel enjoyable in the process, right? To not let that flame go out due to certain imperfections or annoyances, right? Frustrations all the meanwhile. But it's a day that reminds you through it all, even if you're not in the mood throughout this day, right? If you look at that imagery, people, places, situations, not everybody and everything is meant for us, even if it once was, or you're just becoming clear to the fact that this person, place, or situation is going to have to come to an end, all right? But I do feel like this day reminds you in certain ways that you do have a bright future, right? You do have a brighter present day situation than your past, but your future is so much brighter. And we say that in these readings occasionally, but it's coming out in this specific one for a reason. Look at that, the Ace of Swords. It's going to feel like a whirlwind in your mind, but it's going to feel quite revealing and purposeful through it all. And don't be surprised when there's a lot of synchronicities, spiritual occurrences, thoughts coming through from Spirit, right? But it just reminds you to, through it all, believe in your wishes, your goals, your dreams. And even if you need to still come Okay, come to terms with the fact that they're doable, that they can come to reality, but for some, more so coming up with them, right? Because it's okay if you don't know exactly what you want or what would be right for you, given you're obviously as a soul changing and developing. But it feels like Spirit's saying through it all, go with the flow, all right? There's one, if not several, very important leaps of faith on the horizon for you. And I'm pretty sure that you'll end up thinking about these leaps of faith or this specific one for you at one, if not multiple points throughout this day. Again, it's a very purposeful, well thought out day, but don't let it overwhelm you. All right, your future is bright. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Thursday. They're saying keep it simple, and I'll see you next time.